Welcome back to the arena, everyone. Today, we are breaking down a story that has sent shockwaves through the international sporting community. We are talking about a radical transformation of one of the Olympics' most storied traditions. For over a century, the modern pentathlon has been the ultimate test of a soldier's skills. But the International Olympic Committee has just flipped the script. We are witnessing the death of equestrianism in this event, and the birth of something far more visceral, far more extreme. This isn't just a minor rule change, it is a total cultural pivot aimed at the Gen Z audience. Imagine the grit of a Spartan race meeting the prestige of the Olympic rings. We are diving deep into how obstacle course racing, or OCR, is officially becoming an Olympic discipline. It's faster, it's louder, and for many traditionalists, it's absolutely terrifying. Let's get into why this shocker is actually the smartest move the IOC has made in decades.
To understand why this change is so massive, we have to look at the why. For decades, the modern pentathlon consisted of fencing, swimming, pistol shooting, running, and show jumping. But at the Tokyo 2020 Games, the sporting world watched in horror as the equestrian segment turned into a disaster. Coaches were disqualified, athletes were in tears, and animal rights groups were up in arms. The random draw for horses created an uneven playing field that many felt stripped the sport out of the competition. The IOC realized that to save the pentathlon from being scrapped entirely, they needed a discipline where the athlete was in total control of their own destiny. They needed a sport that didn't rely on a 1,200-pound animal's temperament, but on the raw, explosive power of the human body. This controversy was the one catalyst that changed 100 years of tradition.
So what does this new extreme sport actually look like under the Olympic banner? It isn't just a mud run you do on a Saturday morning for a plastic medal. This is elite-level obstacle course racing. We're talking about a standardized sprint course that tests upper body strength, agility, and balance in a heart-pounding 60 to 90-second burst. This version of the sport is modeled after the ninja-style competitions that have dominated global television ratings for the last decade. It features 8 to 10 distinct obstacles, including the wheels and the big wall. It's a sport of inches and milliseconds. Unlike the long-distance Spartan races, this is a sprint. It's designed for the TikTok era, short, explosive, and visually spectacular. It's about taking the modern pentathlon and finally making it live up to its name for the 21st century.
Let's get technical for my fellow fitness junkies. The IOC-approved course isn't just about jumping over walls. It's a sequence of upper body grinders. You start with a 1.5-meter wall climb, followed by over, under, through bars. Then comes the real killer, the pendulum. This requires incredible grip strength and core stability to swing from one point to another without touching the ground. If you slip, your Olympic dreams are effectively over. The final stretch usually involves a warped wall or a high-speed rope climb. Athletes are training to maintain a heart rate of over 180 beats per minute while performing precision motor tasks. This isn't just about being strong, it's about being functionally elite. You need the explosive power of a 100-meter sprinter and the grip endurance of a rock climber. It's a total body tax that changes the physiological profile of a pentathlete forever.
This change is creating a massive shift in the ideal athlete body type. Historically, pentathletes were lean, almost like middle-distance runners or fencers, but OCR demands muscle mass. You need pulling power. We are seeing athletes pack on 5 to 10 pounds of functional lean mass to handle the rigors of the hanging obstacles. Training camps are moving away from stables and into ninja gyms and CrossFit boxes. It's a fascinating pivot. An athlete who spent 15 years perfecting their relationship with horses now has to spend 4 hours a day on a pull-up bar and salmon ladders. We're also seeing a huge influx of athletes from other disciplines, gymnasts and rock climbers, looking at the modern pentathlon and saying, hey, I can do that. The barrier to entry has dropped because you don't need access to an expensive horse anymore. You just need a playground and some grit.
One of the biggest reasons the IOC pushed for OCR is global equity. Let's be real, equestrianism is an expensive sport. It's historically dominated by wealthy nations because the cost of maintaining, transporting, and training horses is astronomical.
By switching to obstacle course racing, the Olympics has opened the door to athletes from developing nations. You can build an Olympic-spec OCR course for a fraction of the cost of a world-class stable. We are already seeing a surge in participation from Southeast Asia, Africa, and South America. In fact, the Philippines has become a massive hub for OCR, already producing world-class ninjas. This shocker of a sport is actually the great equalizer. It moves the Olympics toward a future where talent, not taxes or family wealth, determines who stands on the podium. That is a win for the spirit of the Games.
Let's talk about the business side. The Olympics are a massive media product, and show jumping was failing the scroll test. It was slow and often confusing to the casual viewer. OCR, however, is pure adrenaline. It's designed for linear TV and streaming alike. Every obstacle is a potential fail moment, creating instant tension. The 100-meter sprint format fits perfectly into a commercial break or a highlight reel. The IOC saw the success of shows like American Ninja Warrior, which has been a global phenomenon for over 15 seasons, and they wanted a piece of that 100 million-strong audience. By integrating this extreme sport, they aren't just changing a discipline, they are buying into a pre-built global fan base. It's a strategic move to ensure the modern pentathlon remains relevant in a world of short attention spans and high-octane entertainment. For the athletes already in the system, the training transition is brutal. We're talking about a complete overhaul of their weekly microcycles. A typical day now involves a 5 a.m. swim, followed by technical fencing, but the afternoon is no longer spent at the ranch. It's spent at an OCR-specific facility. They are practicing transition speed, the time it takes to move from one obstacle to the next. They use specialized grip trainers and weighted vests to simulate the fatigue of the final sprint. The mental shift is also huge. In equestrian, you had to be calm to keep the horse calm. In OCR, you need to be an explosion. You have to tap into a controlled aggression that wasn't previously required. It's a fascinating look at how human psychology adapts when the tools of the trade change from living creatures to cold, hard steel.
Of course, not everyone is happy. There is a massive contingent of former Olympians and purists who feel the sport has lost its soul. They argue that the modern pentathlon was designed by Baron Pierre de Coubertin to represent the ideal soldier. A soldier, they argue, must know how to ride a horse. They see OCR as a gimmick or circus act that cheapens the Olympic brand. Some athletes have even threatened to boycott or retire, claiming that they didn't sign up to be ninjas. This tension between tradition and evolution is at the heart of the Olympic movement. Is a sport defined by its history or by its ability to adopt? The IOC has made its choice. They believe that tradition is a dead end if no one is watching. The shocker isn't just the sport itself, it's the realization that nothing in the Olympics is sacred when ratings are on the line. As we look toward the Los Angeles 2028 Games, the inclusion of OCR is just the beginning. We are seeing a broader trend of extreme and urban sports taking center stage. Breakdancing, skateboarding, sport climbing, and now OCR. The Olympics are transforming into a festival of human movement in all its forms, not just the ones played on grass fields or in pools. For the fans, this means more excitement, more relatable athletes, and a faster pace. For the athletes, it means a new frontier of physical possibility. Whether you love it or hate it, the Olympic shocker is here to stay. It's time to embrace the obstacle. Thanks for joining me today on this deep dive. Stay fit, stay focused, and I'll see you at the finish line. This is the new era of the Olympics. Are you ready for it?